Greetings. Welcome to week 5. Today we're going to talk about exceptions and how we capture exceptions to do basically a soft landing. And when things happen that shouldn't happen, that we don't go in and we have the system crash. So looking at that, again, kind of the overview of what is happening in exception handling. Um, Here, there's an exception. Okay, it's an error. An exception represents an unexpected condition or failure. Most of the times, unless you're handling it, it means a crash of the system. Java divides exceptions into two categories: checked, which they must be handled, or unchecked, programming logic errors. Programming logic errors, Java's not really going to be jumping on because they're unaware of what the logic is that you are trying to do. But checked errors are different. You can get those and basically handle those for you. So here's what we call a try and catch. Here we're going to try to do this execution. If everything works fine, we're good. If not, excuse me, we have a arithmetic exception here, error. And what we're going to do is say cannot divide by 0. So whatever the situation here is after the try fails, then we will take that information and basically use that to put out an error message. Okay, finally, guaranteed execution, use to close connections, clean up resources. That's basically whenever an error happens, then we're going to be able to do this to kind of, again, make a soft landing. Throws clause, passing responsibility upward. Here, we're reading a file and we're throwing an IO exception. So if for some reason anything happens to reading that file, we will throw the exception, which will print out an error message automatically in this case. Creating custom exceptions, you'll be using a lot of these relatively, which means I'm saying that you're going to be able to capture errors that you think should not go unattended. Okay. So in this particular example, if for example someone came in with an age and that age was not satisfactory or has an error in it, then we can throw an invalid age exception. The key thing here is we're extending the exception method. So the exception method is what handles normal problems, but we're going to extend that method to include invalid age description. And here's what we will basically use, okay, for the method. Okay. Okay. Next. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, one of the perils of recording at home. Sorry about that, but let's listen this up. Creating custom exceptions. Again, we'll be doing that in class to handle exceptions that we want the processing to stop, but we don't want it to crash. Okay. In summary, the exception clause, you're going to get a lot of exercise in that in this lesson, as far as the homework assignments, the quizzes, and of course your project. So, look at this and kind of understand what it means to throw an exception and when you want to do so. Next week, in week 6, we'll look at arrays, array lists, and CRUD operations. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye.